Hi everyone, Donna here. Thank you for joining me on my beauty channel here on YouTube. My niece Mary is here with me today.
Hi.
We are going to do another makeup tutorial. We are using products from our Allure subscription box and our Medusa subscription box. We do our unopenings on our subscription channel, so I'll go ahead and leave a link in the description box for you. So what we're going to do today first is a little skincare. So we're going to cleanse. This is my normal cleanser. It did not come in a box, but we're going to cleanse with this. Then we are going to use this mask that came in our Allure box, Dragon's Blood Hyaluronic Mask. So we're going to use that, and we can let you know how that works. And then we have an eye and night cream that also came in our Allure box.
We're going to use that as moisturizer.
We're going to use this as a moisturizer as well. And then after that, we're going to do our makeup look. We have a eye pencil from the Allure box, and then the rest of the makeup is going to come from the Medusa box minus our,
our
regular foundation and primer and stuff, because there's eye, lips, and blush and highlighter, I believe, in the Medusa box. And we will also leave the links for the boxes in the description box, and any of the individual products I can find, I will also link for you in the description box. So I'm going to go ahead and put my cleanser on, and then we will rinse it off with so I'm going in circles around my face. Always remember that you want to cleanse your neck as well. Then I will get a warm,
not warm.
a cold, not warm, a cold.
It is warm today, so.
And just wipe that off. Squeeze out the excess water. I usually use a facial wipe to do this, but so you should always put your makeup on a clean face. So I can never emphasize enough how important it is to cleanse. And then we're going to put a mask on. It only stays on for a few minutes.
So this mask can stay on overnight, but we're just going to keep it for a few minutes. It's actually an overnight, and it says in-flight or overnight mask. So you can leave this on for like a few hours if you like. But today we're just going to leave it on for a few minutes.
It says that it says after it's fully absorbed, you can rinse it off, or you can wear it all night. So we're gonna rinse it off
once it's fully absorbed.
After it's fully absorbed, which they say only takes a few minutes.
Yeah.
So.
And it smells amazing. It smells like oranges.
It's dragon blood.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's got a dragon blood essential oil, I guess, in it. Calls it dragon blood. I'm assuming it's essential oil.
So this is almost, it feels almost like a moisturizer.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, I think this is actually just a hydrating mask. So we're just putting that all over the face and neck. I'll get the neck in a second. But it's very soft. Very, very soft. So the skin's going to be very moisturized today, which is great. It helps with your makeup not being patchy. If you're having problems with patchy foundation or makeup, you definitely want to make sure you get that hydration in your skin, because that could mean your skin is just dry.
I might need a hair tie.
Okay,
Since we just washed my hair, don't want to Zoom in here. Thank you, honey. That way we won't get it in the hair.
We used a shampoo bar today. It was really awesome.
Really
Go check out
nice.
that video. If you want
We're
to
gonna
see
need
our
to do a
hair
hair
routine.
color soon.
Yeah. So, it's all applied, and so we're just going to wait a minute or so for this to absorb into the skin. It already feels like it's absorbing.
Yeah, and it does feel good. It feels good going on. It is very light. It's again a hyaluronic mask, and the retail on that is $58, and we got it in our $25 Allure box. So I would definitely be putting a link to that in there. One of the things that I like about the subscription boxes is the fact that you get some really high-end products for a very minimal cost. And I've always found if there's things in there I won't use, I can pass them on to Mary or my sister, and they usually can use what I don't use. So I think they're really worth the value. So we'll be back and when it's ready to turn on, to take it off. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use a wet rag to take off the mask. It did dry very quickly, or absorb into the skin, I should say. Okay, so I got that off. That's feel pretty good.
Here's a nice cream.
Not bad.
It's pretty good, yeah. So you wiped it all off?
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to use this Avant Shea Butter Hyaluronic Vitamin B3 Deluxe Hyaluronic Acid Vivifying Face and Eye Cream. So this we're just going to use as a moisturizer. It says it's for nighttime partly, but we're going to just try it out today to just give the face some extra moisture, and she'll have that on all throughout the day as well.
Yeah.
So we'll be able to see. So we're just going to put that on the face and neck. Very soft. Don't think. Oh, it does have a smell to it. That smells like oranges as well.
Mm-hmm.
It says use a pea-size amount, but I didn't. I like moisture. I like just all the moisture. So, and then we're going to do a little bit for her eyes. Just, I'm using what's on my ring finger to go over her eye area. Okay. So that seems to be soaking into the skin pretty well. And the skin is just really soaking that up. Like, I can feel it.
Yeah, it's really dry here where we live.
Yeah.
So a lot of the moisturizing products just kind of into our skin. Yeah, because of it being so dry.
So we're going to let that dry fully, and then we're going to put her primer on.
So we'll be right back. Okay, so we let the cream moisturizer absorb into the skin because you want your primer and your makeup to be on dry skin. So our next step is going to be to put our favorite primer on, which is from a pharmacy. It's the VFX Pro Camera Ready Primer.
So I'm just going to use a brush from our Lorella brushes. We got these in a box a while ago in our first Lorella box, and they have just been all that we're really using for brushes lately. So first I'm going to just go in with this flat foundation brush and apply the primer all over the face. So I'm just going to put a little bit on my brush here and kind of paint that on like a canvas almost. And just spread that all over the face. And neck, and the neck. I almost forgot about the neck. I'm going to take a little extra for the neck just to make sure that primer is getting everywhere. And there we go. It's all over the face now. And something I have been doing, oop, I got a little bit on my finger. I'm just gonna put that into her neck. Something I have been doing more recently is doing the eyes first. So that's what we're gonna go in with first. I'm gonna use this brow gel first off from the ice cream box that we got a little while ago. And I think it's a brow gel with fibers in it. So that's pretty cool. And so I'm just going to put this in her brows to just give them some structure and stuff. We don't really do much to her brows most of the time, but it's nice to just have something there and kind of flatten them down and stuff and just give them a place on the face. So I am just kind of brushing up the fronts and then brushing back the ends of the brows. And her brows are very light, so you guys might not be able to see this, but it's just a clear brow gel. It just gives a little something on the brows. Okay, so next we're going to use our Tarte Ultra Creamy Concealer. We're going to put this on the eyes so we can start our eye look. Today's look is going to be pretty simple because it's a warm day here in sunny Southern California. And we want to just do something real simple and light. We don't want to do too heavy on the eyes today. So, and we're only going to be using the two eye products from the Allure and the Medusa boxes. So I'm putting that all over the eye and just blending it out a little. And giving some structure to the brow as well. I'm just underlining the brow here, like so. Okay, so we're gonna take our beauty blender, wherever it's at. We're gonna take our beauty blender and make sure it's wet. And we're going to just blend in some of, and you don't want your beauty blender soaking wet, but you do want it to be wet. So we're just damp. Damp. So we're just gonna blend in that line there and make sure that all of the concealer is blended in on the eye. So we're gonna do that to both eyes. And then I just use this little brush to blend it as well. This is just the little flat brush that comes in the Lorella brush kit. So I'm just using this to add that structure under the brow here. Get that nice clean line. And blend it out all over the eye. And then I just blended it a little bit with the Beauty Blender so it will blend with the rest of the makeup real nicely. Okay, so now that that's on there, we're just gonna blend the rest with the Beauty Blender. And there we go. So I'm just gonna, fix any little lines or anything. Okay, so now that the lids are all covered, we're gonna go ahead and start off with our eyeshadows. So we have two different types. We have this Mystical Eye Dust from Medusa's Makeup. And then we also have this Real Her I Am Influential shadow stick. So
I think that was from the Allure box, wasn't it?
yeah. So this one is from the Allure box, and I think the first thing that I'm going to do is actually set her eyes. Or is this cream? Actually, okay, no. So yeah, I'm going to set her eye makeup first, or her concealer, I mean. Just because we are going to be putting the eye dust mostly all over the lid. So I really just want to set that in place so the eye dust doesn't, just go everywhere. So I'm going to lightly set this. Like, don't.
Just using a powder, a regular facial powder to do that.
Yeah, so this is a loose brightening face powder. And then next I'm going to take this beautiful chrome color from Medusa's Makeup. It's almost like a rose goldish. We discovered that when we opened it. Yeah, you gotta be careful or it will fall out everywhere. So I'm just gonna take a little flat brush like this, and I'm just gonna lightly put some on my brush. I'm gonna tap it off. I don't want to put too much. And then I'm gonna dust this all over the lid area. So today's look is mostly just a lid look. And we're just gonna focus.
Through those days you want a little something on your eyes, but you want it to be quick. You can just do an eyelid look.
And we're just gonna make sure that's blended into the crease. Or I'm gonna use actually a different brush to blend that all in, because it is kind of it's like a darker rose gold kind of color. So it does leave the eyes looking a little bit dark, so we're gonna just make sure that's all nice and blended out so it doesn't look too dark. But the glitter in it is very beautiful. I love the glitter. And you really want to make sure to tap your brush with this, or else you
get a lot of fallout.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of fallout, because it is a loose eyeshadow kind of pigment. So I'm just adding a little more glitter there, because with the blending, some of the glitter did come off. And there we go. That's our lid. And I'm trying to be as careful as I can with this, because if you go too heavy-handed, your eyes are gonna look like they're purple. You're gonna look like you have a black eye. So you want to be kind of light-handed with this. we're just gonna blend that in here to the here looking. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah. Oh.
So, very bright pink we have here. Actually, it's a dark pink, I should say.
Like a rose?
Yeah, it's like a rosy.
Like a rose gold, maybe? No?
Yeah. Ish.
Ish.
So,
I love rose gold. Of all the metals, like gold, silver, I always liked rose gold. And I think it's so pretty.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Okay, so now that we've done that rose gold kind of color all over the lid, what I'm going to do is take this little eye stick and I am just going to use it. It says on the packaging you can use it as like a smoky liner. So that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm just going to line the eye a little bit and then blend that out with a smaller fluffy brush. So I'm actually going to use the same brush that I used. I'm going to just wipe it off on our little wiper. And I'm going to just smoke that out. And wow, that is pretty. Really does give a nice smoky look. And then I'll clean up the ends here with concealer.
Is it pretty easy to use?
Oh yeah, this little stick is so easy to use. I would say that if you just like the smoky liner kind of look, this might be something you just want to use by itself in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so, it's really quick and easy to do. So actually really like this stick. And you could even put a little bit just on the lid, on the crease area, like wherever you feel like. And it would probably look really good. So I'm really liking this. And then like I said, you want to blend out that smoky liner. You don't want to just leave a brown line on your eyelid. Oh, this is too big of a brush. Like, why isn't it coming out the same? Because it's the wrong brush. So you can just put it right on your eyeline and then just blend it out. And you don't have to be too precise or too anything because you can clean up these sides with your concealer later on. But I am going to wipe it first.
I'm going to put the lid back on this so we don't
drop it everywhere.
all over the floor. What you looking for, sweetie?
Makeup wipes, 1 second. So we're going to use a makeup wipe to clean up some of that darkness first because you don't want the brown to blend into your concealer. So this is something you could just do really quick, wipe it off in the mornings. I didn't expect this look to be so dark at first. I didn't realize these shadows were so dark, but if you do like to make your eyes look darker, then this might be these might be some amazing options for you. So this is just a demo so you guys can see what something like this might look like. Here, look at me. Look up. So you can also do this on the bottom. I'm choosing not to. Some of it did get on the bottom and I'm just wiping that off. But you can go ahead and keep it and just do it on the bottom. But I prefer not to do that for her. So now we're going to just get into the rest of the regular kind of base face routine. First, I'm going to go ahead and use her foundation. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation, and I'm just going to use the same flat brush that I used for the primer to and now her primer is completely dry now that we've done the eyes and everything, so we don't have to worry about so I'm just applying it mostly like where it needs to be, and then I'm actually going to take a little more of that. That's good. And then we're going to blend it out with our beauty blender as usual, per usual. So yeah, and really focusing the majority of that on the points of the face where she might need it or where we're not putting other things. So I'm just blending that out with the beauty blender like so. And I would say this is probably a really good everyday makeup, like if you are you know, going to the office, or you're gonna go, you know, go out somewhere or something like that. This might be a really good look for you. And very simple, very easy. I'm sure that if you were to do this look every day, you could probably do it in 10 minutes. Obviously, we're taking a little longer because this is our demo of it, and we're explaining to you, but I'm sure that this could be a very quick look if you were to do it often. So now we're just going to put concealer, and we're going to actually use this little brush right here to make sure that we are not hitting the parts of the eye makeup that we don't want to, and cleaning it up at the same time. So we're just going to use this flat brush to clean up on the sides here. And then I'm also going to use it to make sure I get, look up, her lash line. So I love using this little brush for concealer. It's very easy and it's a great little brush to spread your concealer with, so I really like it. So now that we've got this at the points that we really want it, we're going to just blend it into the foundation and everything with our beauty blender. Look up. And we're really gonna use the brush to make sure that we're not getting that brown that we just did. And then you might need a brush to blend the inner corners if it's harder to get in your inner corners. Depends on your eye shape. A lot of different makeup techniques and looks do depend on your eye shape. So here, look up again. Just that very inner corner is very bright. So yeah, I really like to go in with the brush and the blender together because it just gives me the specific look that we're trying to achieve. So just like I did on the other side, I'm just going to kind of blend that out under the eyes, making sure that we are making this corner nice and sharp. And this is another thing that would probably be faster if you're doing it on yourself, because you can just tell where how it feels wherever you're putting it and stuff like that, whereas I'm being a little more careful because I don't want to poke her eye out because I don't know if, you know, I'm hitting a part of her eye that makes her uncomfortable or whatever. So yeah, so now we're gonna just blend that out with the beauty blender, making sure everything is all nice and blended. I am going in her inner corners a little bit with the concealer just to brighten up her eyes. And that will really brighten up your eyes, is putting highlight or a concealer or something on the inner corners of the eyes. Okay, so now that we're done with the whole concealer portion, sorry, concealer is like one of my favorites. We're going to go ahead and powder the face. We're just using the brightening powder that I used before on the eyes. This one right here, the Paleo brightening powder. So I'm just going to, here, I'm going to pour some on the lid. Sorry. So I'm just going to go, look up. I'm going to go directly under the eyes first so we can avoid any creasing. So you want to set under your eyes first always, because that is what's going to crease first. And then we're just going to kind of lightly set the rest of the face, tap that powder in and the neck. And I'm not using very much powder here. I'm just using kind of the excess from under the eyes to make sure everything's nice and set. So don't use very much. I barely use like any. Like I used, there's maybe double this and I used like half of it. So don't use very much powder. You don't want to have a super powdery look. Okay, so next we're going to be using this Trifle Cosmetics Cheek Chiffon Blush and Highlighter from the Medusa's makeup box. And we're just going to do blush first. We're going to use our big fluffy blush brush. And this is kind of a light blush, so it's very light in color and more of like an orangey, I would say. So it's definitely more of like an orangey blush. Whereas you can see on the other side of the brush here, we have a very, very pinky blush. So this is not something we're normally used to, is orange tinted blushes or orange colored blushes. So I'm just packing that on the brush best I can. And the cool thing about this is you can go like this right into the thing, and it'll give you highlight on top and blush on the bottom.
Yeah, I like that too.
And you can just go right in. So as you can see, the highlighter is up there and then the blush is underneath, which is super awesome sauce, I think.
Anytime you can do two things in one step, right?
Yeah, right? Okay, so I would say the blush and the highlighter is pretty much all on. It is more of an orangey blush, so it's different. It's different than what I'm used to doing, but it does give you a real nice bronzy look. And I am gonna go ahead and put some on her temples, so she has some glow up here and some color. And next, we're just gonna go ahead and put on some mascara to finish off the eyes. This is the Pharmacy Limitless Volume Mascara. So we're just going to put a little bit of this on, just look straight. So we're just going to put a little bit of this on the tops, her top and bottom lashes. I'm not going to go too heavy on the mascara because the eye makeup was pretty heavy already. So we're just going to do some light mascara to give the eyelashes some length and volume. And then look up. And I'm actually gonna do the bottom lashes very lightly. We're just gonna do a little bit here. And her bottom lashes really pick up. They get really long, so just 1 or 2 coats is just really all all it takes for her bottom lashes to be very prominent.
Here's getting in it. Oh, felt like it was. Maybe it was just my imagination.
And I will say this brown really makes the lash line look deep, and it does make your lashes, it does make you look like you have long eyelashes just because of the whole brown on the lash line. Or for the top, I mean. Here, look up. And there we go. There's the mascara. And then next we're going to use the lipstick that comes in the Medusa makeup palette box, not palette. So there is a tinted lip balm that comes in here. So we're actually going to go ahead and use that first because yesterday she did the tinted lip balm and we actually haven't, we've moisturized the whole face except for the lips. So we're going to use the tinted lip balm first, and it really toned down the, and it's a weird color, but it smells like vanilla, so it's okay. It makes up for it. So the tinted lip balm is kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like that. It looks like concealer on your lips.
Yeah, it does.
Could you, just kind of try to blend that in. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to have her blend that into her lips a little bit. And then I'm actually going to blend that in with the Beauty Blender because it has like lines in it. So now we're going to use...
When you first put that on, I thought, this is weird.
Yeah. So we're going to use the Medusa's Makeup lipstick and YOLO, and it's a very bright, pretty pink. So that's what we're going to do for the lips today. And honestly, it's a little less bright than you would think. It's definitely like a Barbie pink, but I expected it to be like real bright, but it's not too much. And I love that we can add some fun like brightness to this look because the eyes are quite dark. So adding this fun lipstick really brings the whole look together, I think. And then, and how do you like this?
I did.
And I'm just going to go over so we can make sure everything stays in the lip line because we don't have a lip liner. So, and she does have, you have a little bit on your corner over here.
Of course I do.
That looks kind of funny.
My lips have their own mind.
So that's the lipstick. And then I think last but not least, we're going to go ahead and use the Medusa's Makeup setting spray that comes in the kit. So we've used everything from the Medusa's Makeup box, and we've used a couple of things from Allure, a couple of our own products to complete this look. And I think it's turned out really, really cute so far. So we're going to go ahead and spray the face. You want to do it like a few inches away from the face and just spray the whole face. And then we're actually going to put this fan to dry. We're going to really dry that setting spray into place and the whole look. Does your face feel wet anymore, or is it good? Okay. Okay, and there we have it. We're just going to take her hair clips out and take her hair out so you guys can see the full, the full effect here. And we're going to use our Tangle Teaser. I brush my hair after every time I do my makeup because my hair always gets all messed up and just...
Oh, sorry,
I'm
honey.
sorry.
I should just let her do it, huh? Thinking I'm being helpful, but I'm not.
No, you were. And there we have it, our Medusa's Makeup and Allure skincare and makeup routine.
So what do y'all think? Do you think this is a good look? And what do you think of the products that were in the boxes? I liked everything that we used. The only thing that really threw me off was the tinted lip balm.
Yeah. And also the eyeshadow, I thought it was going to be a little lighter, but it is a little dark. But I kind of like how the brown tones and the kind of darker rose gold color, it brings out the green in your eyes, especially in person. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but you can really tell in person that her eyes are light because of the darker makeup that's around it. So I think it looks good.
I don't quite get the color of the lip balm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it said it was tinted.
I wish it was pink. It was pink.
I don't really get the color. So that's really the only product I didn't care for. Like, I thought tinted would be like a pink or a peach or something. But I've never seen anyone, I mean, who would wear that color lipstick? I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was the only thing that I didn't care for. But I would love to hear in the description box what you thought of the items in the box, the items that we used for this tutorial. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you, Mary, for helping me and being my makeup put on person.
You're very welcome.
And please like this video, give it a thumbs up. That lets YouTube know that people like our content, and the more people who like our content, the more people YouTube will show our video to. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we would really appreciate it if you would do that. And for those of you who have subscribed, thank you so much. We really appreciate you and love you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.